Welcome, Discovery Kids Online. We are in the New Testament learning all about Paul. And in today's story, Paul really reminds me of Jesus.
Jesus was arrested, and he hadn't done anything wrong.
Yeah.
Paul was arrested, and he hadn't done anything wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Those Jewish religious leaders, they hated Jesus and wanted to kill him.
Yep.
Those Jewish religious leaders hated Paul, and they wanted to kill him.
Yes.
Jesus was taken to a Roman governor, Pontius Pilate.
Oh, and today we're going to see Paul also taken to a Roman governor.
Wait. Not just one Roman governor, two Roman governors, and a king. Ooh. Yeah. Let's check out what he had to say to them.
Paul before rulers, from the book of Acts.
At the end of his third missionary journey, Paul returned to Jerusalem, and several of the Jewish leaders, they planned on killing Paul. But the Roman soldiers rescued him.
All right, we're getting out of here. It's time to go. Come on, let's go.
And they took Paul to Caesarea, where he would be safe. Seriously?
But Paul was still a prisoner.
The Roman leaders wanted to know why the Jews hated Paul so much.
Yeah, what's with that?
Well, so Paul was brought before them to explain. First, Paul was taken to meet with Felix, the Roman governor.
Hail, Felix!
Felix ordered the guards to watch Paul, but to also give him some freedom.
Yeah!
So that Paul's friends could come and help him. There's some fruit and some rolls in here.
And a fresh pair of socks.
Thanks.
Several days later, Felix and his wife met with Paul. And guess what Paul talked about?
What?
Jesus! He talked about righteousness, self-control, and about the day God would judge the world.
Wait, hold it. What?
Yeah, God will totally come back and judge this world.
What Paul said frightened Felix. So Felix sent Paul away.
Get him out of here.
It's
hard
okay.
being...
It's okay, honey.
But Felix kept Paul as a prisoner.
And met with him over and over again.
And this went on for 2 years.
Finally, Felix was replaced.
What?
Well, there was a new Roman governor. And this new governor's name was Festus.
Hail, Festus!
And still Felix did not release Paul from prison.
Well, I don't want to make the Jewish people angry.
I think we're done here.
Fine.
Festus decided to travel to Jerusalem to meet with the Jewish leaders and find out what was going on. Road trip!
The Jewish leaders asked Festus to bring Paul to Jerusalem.
The Jewish religious leaders wanted Festus to bring Paul to Jerusalem so they could ambush him. But Festus kept Paul in Caesarea.
What?
And Festus invited the Jewish leaders to join him in Caesarea to see Paul.
Just like
come
that's
on.
great.
Hey, we gotta go to Caesarea.
I'm
tired of
tired
this place.
Those Jewish leaders, they accused Paul of all kinds of things he never did.
Why am I not surprised?
Paul stood before Festus.
I haven't done anything wrong. I want to see Caesar.
Caesar was the emperor of all of Rome, the big guy.
Okay, wait. Can Paul ask to see Caesar?
Well, yeah, he actually can because remember, he's a Roman citizen, so...
You want to take your case to Caesar?
I do.
You want to appeal to Caesar? To Caesar you will go.
But there was one more person that Paul would share Jesus with before he went to Rome.
While Paul was waiting to be taken from Rome, Governor Festus got a visit from King Agrippa and Queen Bernice. Festus Festus told the king all about Paul.
He was a prisoner the old governor left behind, and now he wants to take his case to Caesar.
King Agrippa wanted to hear Paul for himself.
Bring forth Paul.
And guess what Paul talked to the king about?
What?
Jesus. He shared how he became a believer.
So when I was on the road to Damascus, there was a light.
He even told the king the good news.
God sent Jesus into the world to save us from our sins.
And how he was sharing that good news with the Jews and the Gentiles.
At this point, Festus said to Paul,
Are you out of your mind telling all this to the king?
What? I am speaking the truth.
Yeah, you are.
And I pray to God that everyone who is listening to me today will become as I am, a believer in Jesus.
King Agrippa and Festus agreed that Paul had done nothing wrong.
Not a thing.
And the king was ready to free Paul.
Paul, you are free.
No.
What?
He asked to see Caesar.
Oh.
If
Yeah.
Paul had not asked to present his case to Caesar, he would have been set free.
Bummer, dude.
My freedom is not as important to me as doing what God has planned. I'm going to Rome, baby.
And that is exactly where Paul is headed next.
But for now, the end.
Jill, you can't wear that anymore.
Why? I like it.
It does look good.
First, Paul went to see Governor Felix. Now, here's the good news.
Oh, Felix allowed Paul some freedoms. He allowed his friends to visit, and he treated him well. That's good.
Yes, but here's the bad news.
Yeah, Paul, he was still a prisoner, and Felix, he kept him like that for 2 whole years.
Yeah, but you guys, don't forget, all a part of God's plan. Next, it was Governor Festus. Here's the good news.
Festus wasn't tricked by those religious leaders who wanted to kill Paul. He protected him.
Yeah, but here's the bad news.
Paul was still a prisoner. And finally, he asked to see Caesar.
Exactly. Now, then, Paul went before the king. Here's the good news.
King Agrippa said Paul hadn't done anything wrong, and he wanted to set him free.
Yep. Now, here's the bad news.
Because Paul had appealed and asked to go see Caesar, he wasn't freed and he was still a prisoner and he had to go to Rome.
Wait. Actually, that's not bad news. That's good news because you guys, you see, that was part of God's plan. He wanted Paul to go to Rome, and Paul's going to go to Rome, and he's going to get in a shipwreck. And I've said too much. That's next week, you guys. For right now, though, you can answer this question.
Aw, man. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us. Now, if you're another church and want to use some of our resources, if you check out the comment section, we have classroom activity, leader guide, some songs. We would love to be a blessing to you and your church. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
And a fresh pair of socks.
Thanks. I did. They're fresh.
Smell the socks.
To Caesar you will go.
Are we supposed to do anything?
Yes.
What are we supposed to do?